trouble. And it looks like Savior is ahead in the Mutalisk. Ooh, a Storm catching a lot of Savior's Mutalisks, though. Unfortunately, looks like those Dark Templar really pulling their weight here, because I think Ho's been a little slow in getting his scans up, and he doesn't have a Science Vessel out yet. So those DTs doing a great job this game of picking off stray Medic Marines and just generally impeding their advance. And really great defense there of his ally, NBS, putting a Gateway and 2 High Templar in front of Savior's base. So Savior's base is going to be hard to crack. Meanwhile, some Scourge up for Keke now, realizing he needs to deal with these Mutalisks from Savior. Savior with the advantage. It looks like NBS trying to get his expansion again. The DT has gotten in there, though, so if they don't get some forces there quickly, he's going to have to, he looks like he does cancel his hatchery. They're forced to cancel. Now these Medic Marines are just increasingly become less and less useful, because Medic Marines, of course, are not successful against a late-game Protoss build here with a lot of High Templar and Dragoons. Really, Medic Marine just does not cut it. The later and later this game manages to draw out, I feel, the worse it's going to get for the Wemade Fox team, and they lose both of their Science Vessels really carelessly from Ho, flying those Science Vessels over the Dragoons. I don't know what that was. I have to think that was a slip in his control, though, because he lost both of them for absolutely no reason from Dragoon fire. And now the pressure's onto Ho's front base. I'm not sure where Ho's tanks are, actually. Still a Medic Marine force out in the field, though, for them. And now, NBS just trying to find a crack here to do some damage onto Ho's base. Of course, Ho is the main force for Wemade Fox now, the main producer of units. Really, it's a sideshow here with the Zergs, although Savior is actually doing quite well, unlike his Zerg opponent, unfortunately for him. And looks like a lot of storms going off on those Medic Marines there. Oh, great storm! Great final storm there for NBS. I have to say, NBS doing quite well here in this game. Doing a lot better than Rage was for Rokaf when he was the Protoss player. If you guys remember that game from watching my commentaries, he built Dark Archons and just didn't use them very well, unfortunately. Didn't use them at all, really, and his High Templar Storms were not nearly as effective. But now I think the CJ team has taken a firm lead here, just really preventing Keke from doing anything, and also killing off all the armies that Ho has on the field, and now taking central control. And now a second expansion going for NBS now, trying to seal their advantage here. And Savior still has a superior Mutalisk force, I think, and he has some Scourge to deal with both Mutalisks and Science Vessels coming up. And so far, no Irradiates being cast, nothing being done with those 2 Science Vessels. Ho making a big mistake there, losing those Science Vessels. Could have done so much damage with them, but Mutalisk still up in the air for Savior. And now a very large late game force up for NBS, and this Medic Marine force is just not going to cut it against a late game Dragoon, Archon, High Templar force. I think this is game, actually. I'm just going to call it game here for Wemade, because despite this Irradiate on Savior's, Savior losing a couple of Mutalisks there. Careful, Savior. But really, this late game pressure on NBS, just really there's not much they can do here with just Medic Marines. He probably should have switched tech at some point, although it's hard to say, because what would he have done against Savior's Mutalisks, if he had switched to Goliath? I don't know if he would have survived to switch to Goliaths, is my point, a Goliath tank force. But at this point, it's going to be the Protoss versus the Terran, and a late game Protoss army just destroys an Academy-based Terran army. And looks like a couple of Mutalisks out for Keke finally, but really Keke's just so far behind that Savior can deal with him pretty much on his own, and just stop Keke from stopping these attacks. The NBS decides to push out, and looks like Savior is going to try to get another Scourge off on those Science Vessels. 3 Science Vessels up. Now a big attack going on at Keke's main base here. An Irradiate going off on a High Templar, actually, killing the High Templar. But I feel like that Irradiate would have been better spent on the Mutalisks from Savior. And now the sort of the Alamo here for the Fox team. If they don't hold Keke's main, of course, they will lose. And looks like, I'm not sure what was going on there. A storm going off on both of the Mutalisks from both teams. And Savior now trying to chase down the Mutalisks of Keke. And Keke forced to retreat. They were trying to do a little harass on Savior's base, I think, and they got a couple of drones. Looks like Savior did have a spore colony, so they weren't able to do much. A lot of Scourge out for Savior, and Dark Archon out. Yes, Dark Archon out for NBS. I'm very happy to see it. They could be doing some feedbacks actually against Science Vessels. Looks like a feedback going off on a Science Vessel, doing some damage there. And now Savior going with a fleet of Mutalisks. Oh, fleet of Scourge there, a Mutalisk. Oh, awesome, absolutely awesome play by Savior, killing more Science Vessels than he has in the past 3 games he's played against Terran, probably. And Savior's smiling a little bit there. Again, a little bit of a smile. Very good, Savior. Finally getting his science pistol kills that he's desperately been needing. And I feel this is a good game here for the Wemade Fox team because they're just going to put in an attack on Ho's base, and Ho has absolutely nothing to deal with this combined mech force from the Protoss and the Marines and Scourge for Savior. And looks like his science vessel is just not effective. I mean, honestly, that many science vessels probably were a little bit of overkill anyway. Really, he was sticking to the sort of an SK Terran build, and against the late game Protoss, you really gotta go to mech. I'm not sure if someone could tell me, a good 2v2 Terran player could tell me what to do about it. About late game combo like this. Let me know, if they should switch techs or whatnot. Looks like Keke was trying to do an attack on NBS's team main base there, killing a couple of cannons. Looks like he's going to pick off a couple of probes here, but at this point NBS can actually, and is actually, destroying both players at the same time, and Savior is just adding a little bit with his Mulisks. Of course, the Zerg players in these 2v2 matchups don't do most of the combat. They don't mind the most resources, but of course they're just as important because they really have to neutralize each other, and Savior's done a good job of neutralizing Keke. Keke was just a spare number of Mulisks here, although I have to say the hero of this game I would actually say was NBS. NBS just playing very excellently as the Protoss player, helping to defend his ally, stopping all the advances from the Terran player, and finally just pushing off, doing the finishing blows. Just excellent play from NBS. Savior with some good, important Scourge in the middle of the game, though, and just a good Mulisk micro. Really just, and a very clutch play by Savior was killing off that hatchery, and Savior bringing his drones. Oh, adding some insult to injury here. Using his drones to kill off Ho's base, and just trying to be cute there, just saying we won so badly that I can use my drones to destroy you because I just they won, but Savior wants to get off that little insult there, just to improve his own confidence. Looks like GG is coming from the Wemade team, and Savior and NBS winning quite well there. Savior, good to see a smile on Savior's face. He hasn't been winning that much recently, although I'd say his play has been a little better in the last few weeks than about like around the turn of the year when he was just playing miserably. CJ is up 2-1 in the series, and we'll see the next game between Pure and Iris coming up next. Thanks for watching, and Savior doing a wave and a bow. Okay, good, no ceremony. Very nice. Alright, good game, guys. Hope you enjoyed. This is Cholera signing off.